My name is Damon Anthony. I am a small business lending coach. That's what I was doing for the last 10 years, working with small business owners, helping them obtain funding for their business when they're unable to get it from a bank. I thought it was quite unique in terms of its approach and very simple to understand. I like the fact that it was like a game. It was interactive. I like that. I like the way it flowed, the whole flow of the site, of how it starts and goes from question to, throughout the course. I like just how it flows. I like the way that it looked. It's a very clean site. Um, it was very easy. And actually, it's also the type of thing that you can always go back to. I think it's the type of training that can be used on a monthly basis. It's even a refresher, because that's the type of information that you could use again. I think if you continue this training, if the training was taken even once a month, I think it would even increase, even more, the return, because you get so much more out of it, because of the way it's structured, in my opinion. So that's what I found from it. A lot of times when you go to these online courses, um, they're not interactive. They don't kind of like flow with you. They kind of, it's just like they're there and you have to do everything yourself. And it's like a trust system. The difference between the system that I experienced for the active shooter training, which was different from others, is the way that it keeps you going. It keeps you involved. Um, it guides you if you make a mistake. It just keeps you flowing. It keeps you constantly engaged. It's hard to explain unless you actually go through it, but it's very engaging. And if you forget something, you can go back and relearn it. It helps you if you forgot the answer. I mean, it's like literally a person is there with somebody's helping you. Like, yeah, like that's how it literally felt. Like somebody's like an invisible computer tutor is there with you, helping you through the whole thing. That's probably what was the best part. I think just the format, the way the whole training was structured, it was just so easy. I liked it. It was very interactive, and it was easy to keep up. And if you stopped or you got interrupted, you could come right back to where you were without a problem. Um, Everything did what it said in terms of like the functions and functionality. It was just really easy to to navigate. Even when I got stumped, it was only for a second, and if you just like take a quick second, you can fix it yourself. So that's what I found pretty interesting. It was very easy actually in terms of trying to learn something. It's probably one of the most important parts because talking about what to do is great, but that's like one dimensional. The other part of what not to do also complements that. So I think you need to have both present, during training in order for someone to really grasp the concept of what needs to be done to survive. I think substantially. I think that to the way I look at it is that it's better to know the information that's being presented there than to not know, because so many different things can go wrong. So that I again, I just think this is crucial information, and the way it's being delivered is what to me is the part that is important, because I think it's easy to understand the way that it's formatted. I think it would be extremely effective. And, just to go a step further, even outside of it, I think children and kids, this probably should be some sort of a course that they take in a class. I think it also helps with not just in an active shooter situation, but you just learn so much about, in general, when someone has a gun and the violence that to me, that's very serious information, and a lot of people need to know, not just adults, children, too could find themselves in situations. So I found it to be something that it's just not just for employees, but just anybody, kids, people. It has multiple uses. Pretty good. I think I did pretty well. In terms of percentages, or in terms of like if I had to say, like I would say at least I'm a good 80%, you know, positive about the experience at the minimal. School teachers, people who worked in supermarkets and grocery stores, department stores, um, sporting events, large stadiums or facilities, people who work in those locations. Um, I also think people in offices, and, in with lots of employees as well. I would I would probably try to refer this to, like supermarkets, like different types of people, general managers, people that um, or whoever's in charge in the supermarkets and grocery stores. I think they would have a serious need with the current environment of what's going on today. If you buy a brand new car, Ferrari, Lamborghini, you want to insure it in case anything happens, right? So that if it's destroyed, you can replace it. Doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to happen, but you want a policy in place because it's expensive. It's there's value there. Yeah, if you don't look at a life in that way, I don't know what else you could look at. If you could look at a piece of a car or a house or something that's material that can be replaced as opposed to a life and not put the same value, I really don't know what's wrong with you as a person, because it's quite simple. This is something that you don't, it's not even, you shouldn't even, when it comes to saving a life, the price should not even be in the discussion. I don't even know why that would be brought up. There's no price on a life. And I think we all know that.